Hey y'all. Hi. Now it's been a couple weeks and I wanted to hop on and talk with you all. I'm excited to get on today and talk with you about a really important topic. It's about legacy. So with the recent passing of Chadwick Boseman, uh, who played the Black Panther as well as many other prominent roles of black, figures from history, historical figures, it really has got me thinking about legacy. So today's conversation or today's talk will be more, will not only be for you, but for me as well. Reminders to myself about the legacy that I want to leave. So that's what we'll be talking about today. What legacy are you leaving? Um, and for those who are new to me, I am Chiante Jones, and I am the founder of Dollars and Change, which is a online financial coaching practice that focuses on providing financial wellness and empowerment for women. I particularly focus on helping professional women create more financial flexibility by eliminating their credit card debt. So today, like I said, let's go ahead and talk about legacy. And Chadwick was just the most recent, but there's been actually a lot of loss this year. I mean, 2020 has just been a crazy year. So we have John Lewis that recently passed, who is a civil rights activist. Kobe Bryant back in January, who was a you know athlete, well-known athlete, played for the LA Lakers. So I know with Chadwick, it was very unexpected. Obviously, he kept his illness. He ended up passing away from colon cancer. He kept his illness very private, and so it was completely unexpected, and it really hit really the black community and really the world in general pretty hard. It's I had to think about, like, why was that such a big impact for us. I think part of it was that we didn't know, but then it was just so unexpected. He was so young. You just to see him on the rise, and then to all of a sudden be gone. And and you think about over his life or over the course of his last several years, being an actor, he made a very big impact. He had some very prominent roles of playing, Jackie Robinson, Thurgood Marshall, uh, uh, James Brown, like I said, Black Panther, being that black hero. So just like I said, got me think about legacy. So what is legacy anyway? Like, what does that mean? And so by definition, legacy is just the cash or the money or the property or possessions that you pass on to someone after you die. Pretty much is what it is. So I mean, it's on a tangible sense. It's what you bequeath in your will or through your estate, to someone through your assets, basically. But I don't want to just talk about money. I also want to talk about your personal legacy. So you have financial legacy that you can leave someone, and I'll talk about that as well. But also your personal legacy. What do you want to be known for? What do you want people to say about you uh, once you're gone? So that's also important when it comes to leaving a legacy. So I just want to go, like I said, talk about personal legacy and financial legacy, and I'm going to talk about a few ways that you can leave a legacy in both of these areas. So talking about personal legacy first, one of the first things you can do is to give back, right? So is there a cause that you want to support? Is there something that you're passionate about? You can volunteer in your local community. You can create a scholarship at your alma mater. I know, a lot of HBCUs, a lot of, they tend to have really big pride in their schools. I didn't go to HBCU. I still have pride in my school, but you can just help future students there by creating an endowed scholarship or a scholarship in your name. You can create a program for youth in your hometown, so that's a way to give back to where you're from. So there's just a lot of different ways that you can give back in your community and to others, to youth, to other people. Me creating Dollars and Change was honestly one of the ways that I wanted to leave a legacy and being able to help other women to take control of their finances and then be able to leave a legacy for their own families. So this Dollars and Change and financial coaching is my way of serving others and being able to give back, and it's part of my legacy. So, but yeah, so in thinking about giving back, though, you think about what do you want to leave for your family specifically. So giving back in that way as part of your personal legacy, but also in the broader context of in the world, like, what do you want to give back to the world? So another way that you can leave a legacy is to honestly live your life. Leave a legacy by living your life. The way you choose to live your life is leaving a legacy. So the last thing you want to do is to come, look back on your life and have a bunch of regrets, or shoulda, coulda, wouldas, or thinking back to what you should have done, and that's just not how you want to live your life. So you got to take chances, take calculated risk, take that leap, take a chance on something. Don't let fear stop you from doing what you know feels right, and don't let self-doubt or naysayers or other people's doubts or opinions keep you from doing what you feel is right for you. What's right for you may not be right for them, and that's okay, right? So I mean, like, choose what's right for you and live your life. Live your life in a way that you can be proud of. Live your life in a way that can inspire others. That's like I said, that's legacy in itself. When you get to the end of your life, how do you want to feel? What do you want to look back on your life and feel proud about and feel happy about that you did? And also think about from the other way, if you got to the end of your life and you look back, what would you regret having not done? So don't let fear stop you from doing that. Leave a legacy by choosing to live your life on your own terms in the way that you feel is best for you. A third way that you can leave personal legacy is by just being kind, just trying to be a good human, right? Just being a good person by doing the right thing, treating other people well, living in integrity, being genuine. People will remember your heart, that you had a good heart and the way you treated them. So just by being kind and being good to other people showing people empathy, and compassion will be a way for you to leave a legacy. At the end of the day, we're all just doing the best that we can. We're all just figuring it out as we go along. So being kind to another person and choosing to live your life that way is a great way to leave a legacy. On the financial side, you know me, I got to talk about finances and money when it comes to leaving a financial legacy. So one of the things that you can do is to please get your affairs in order. Like I said, this is for me as well, because there's still some things that I need to do and to really get all my stuff in order, as far as like will and everything. But put yourself together, what I call a legacy drawer or binder or file, like somewhere where you keep all your your personal information, so that and tell somebody that's close to you where it is. Keep it in a safe place, but let someone know, so if anything ever happens, they can go have somewhere to go to that file and see everything they need to see, whether it's your passwords, your accounts, your numbers, your insurance information, your will, who your attorney, your lawyer is, and all that kind of stuff. Have all that stuff in one place and organized, so that it helps your loved ones to be able to handle your personal affairs if and when they need to. The thing is, your family will already be in distress and distraught at your loss or whatever's going on with you, so you don't want to make it any harder on them by trying to figure out where your stuff is, because it's all over the place. So that's one thing you could do on the financial side and leave a financial legacy, is to get your affairs in order. The other thing is to just get your finances together. Now, I'm all about that, getting your finances together, get your money right. So don't leave your family, again, don't leave them with financial burdens. Do what you need to do to pay off your debt. Leave them assets. You want to leave your family tree better than when you got here. Leave it better than, but let them be better off because of you. Build generational wealth. Help your future generations in your family to get a head start, so they don't have to work as hard on certain things that you had to. They don't have to build from the ground up. They can just start where you left off. They can stand on your shoulders to continue to build the family. So leave, and it's really important. Like, it takes generations to build wealth, but you got to start. You can be the person that starts that for your family or continues to grow it for your family. So that's why it's important to have your finances in order. And also, having your finances in order will allow you to do some of the things that I talked about as far as your personal legacy. Being able to give back. You can give back in monetary ways, or really just kind of a lot of times to create certain things. You need finances to do that. To live your life the way you want to, and to have different options. You need your finances in order to be able to do that. To being kind, that's free. You can just do that anyway, whether you have money or not. You can always be a good person, so you can always choose to be good. But like I said, just having your money in order is a way to leave a legacy, in the traditional sense, in the more tangible sense of money, property, and possessions. Okay. So, and the thing to keep in mind is that you don't have to leave a legacy as big as Chadwick Boseman and Black Panther, or Kobe Bryant and, being a, athlete and famous and everything else, or John Lewis being a, civil rights activist for years, dedicating his life to that, to the greater cause. It doesn't have to be something that's public and well known by a whole lot of people. Like I said, it could be personal and small. If you impact somebody else's life, just one other person, in a positive way, and to help them along their journey and to be better, that is leaving a legacy. So don't feel like it has to be this grandiose thing, because it doesn't. But it really kind of gets to your why. Like, why do you want to do the things that you want to do? What do you want to have at the end of your life, to be able to look back on and say, I'm really proud of the way I lived, or, or what I was able to accomplish in my life. So those are some things to think about. But the thing is, like, and this sounds kind of morbid, but if you died right now, what legacy would you be leaving, right? Would you be happy with it? Would it be what you want it to be? And take some time to really think about that. And that's something, like I said, this conversation is not just for you all, or this conversation, I'm not really talking back to anybody, but this video and this live is not just for you all, it's also for me to remind myself to do these things. What legacy am I trying to live, and what else do I need to do, or trying to leave, and what else do I need to do to make that happen? What changes do I need to make? So think about that. What changes do you need to make? What adjustments? What do you need to start doing right now to create and leave the legacy that you want to live? To live the life you want to live now while you're still here. What do you need to start doing right now? And I pray that we both have many days ahead. I really hope so. But at the end of the day, we don't know. The only thing that's guaranteed is one day we won't be here anymore, and we don't know when that'll be. So it's important that we take the time to every day to be grateful and to do what we need to do to move our lives forward and to impact the world and to be obedient to whatever we've been called to do. And not let fear stop us from doing that. So if your finances, which it is for a lot of people, if your finances are getting in the way of it, stopping you from doing what you need to do and being able to create the legacy that you want to create, schedule a free consultation with me. Let's get this together, because it's important for you to leave the legacy you're supposed to live. It's important for you to live the life you're supposed to live. And if I can be a part of helping you to do that, that's part of my legacy. And I'll be happy to do that and to serve in that way. So anyway, I hope that's all I have for you today. I hope you all have an awesome weekend, Labor Day weekend. It's kind of like marks the beginning of the end of summer. And actually it was cool this morning, so starting to already feel like fall a little bit. But yeah, have a great weekend, and I will catch you guys on the next video. Bye.